Welcome to the Bonus Time Monster Truck Podcast, presented by MonsterTalk, your number one source for the latest news, results, and more from the monster truck world. So strap yourselves in, because Bonus Time starts now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bonus Time. My name is Jackson Morris. Sorry that we weren't here last week. I got sick. My name's Jackson Morris. We have tons of stuff to go over today, and we have an all-star cast. We have Ewan Ford, as always, Mephiles, and for the first time, Avengers Racing. Well, he's always here, but Junior, what's up? How you doing? It's Kermit. We haven't heard.
Very good.
Hang on a minute, that doesn't sound like Kermit. Is that actually Junior?
Yes, it is.
Can we see?
Wait a minute.
Whoa! It isn't! It's TJ!
He's hijacked Junior's broadcast.
He has. He even got the name right. What's up, TJ? How you doing? Are you ready to talk Monster Jam?
Always, buddy, always.
Always. Alright, well, let's not waste any time. We have tons of stuff to talk about. We've missed 2 weeks, so let's get straight into it. We're going to talk about points. Stadium Series East, we have Tyler Menninger with 355. The big story coming out of these last 2 weeks is Bari Musawa is catching up quite tremendously. Tyler Menninger, I'm going to just say it right here, guys. Tyler Menninger is having probably the worst season I think I've ever seen from him. Despite the fact that he's leading his tour, he has not had a good performance this year. He started off well with his racing streak. He was undefeated. He had good two-wheel skills, but then freestyle, he kind of just bombed. And that has happened virtually every week. Bari Musawa is 5 points behind. Camden Murphy moves up to 3rd. Dalton in 4th. Armando 5th. Colt Stevens 6th. The GOAT, Jim Kohler in 7th. Cynthia Gauthier in 8th. Chris Kohler 9th. Mike Christensen 10th. Joe Foley 11th. And Kevin Crocker down in lucky last. Now, we do have some clips. The GOAT, Jim Kohler. This is from, I believe, show 1. Oops. With this tremendous send. Oh my goodness. Also, I should point out the return of the Detroit Lions Avenger. This time a black and blue scheme. It's the alternate
Jersey.
Jersey, thank you. This is from show 2. This is actually the freestyle. Let me go back. This is from the freestyle that Jim Kohler won. And man, I mean, what a save from Jim Kohler. What a freestyle. You see the other highlights here. And then, I tell ya, I nearly screamed when he had this. But, fortunately, rolled it over, and he took home the W. So, a huge congratulations to Jim Kohler for another standout weekend. There's also one other highlight that I think we forgot to put up. In saying that Tyler Menninger has had a rough season, he had probably the craziest backflip I've ever seen. Just to describe it for you, for those guys that haven't seen it, but I'm sure most people have. He's kind of cross-threading it. He hits the side of the step-up and does a complete backflip, and it rolls over straight away. So that was very cool. So points.
Got the clip.
Have you got it?
Here, you go with points. I'll get the clip.
Okay. Well, as we can see, as we were talking about, points just continue to be interesting every week. Tyler up in first. Bari, 5 points behind. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I think Bari overtook Tyler in, I think, the Detroit 1 standings. I think after event 1. Yeah. Yes. So it was only because of Tyler's good performances from Detroit 2 that keeps him ahead. So I'm going to make a bold prediction here. I think Tyler is going to lose his lead next weekend. We are heading to Orlando, I believe, for East. Yes. Yeah, Orlando is heading to... Stadium East. I'm mixing all my crap up. Stadium East is heading to Orlando, and I predict that Tyler will lose his lead, unfortunately, due to all the stuff that's going on. So, with that in mind, while we wait for this Tyler clip, hopefully we can bring up in a second.
Right here, ready.
You got it? Alright, let's see it.
All right, here
This
it
year was
is.
also,
It's probably
broken.
gonna.
I turned down the volume. Don't worry.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
Oh wait, it's not opening. I think you have to open it.
Are you streaming?
No, hold on.
You might have to stream it or something.
No, I put it in the videos for the broadcast.
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, is it this? Oh, I found
Yes.
it. I'm silly. Okay. Here we go. This is the clip here. This is what I was talking about. That was just... I mean... How on earth? I don't even know. How do you do that?
That genuinely looked like a Riggs moment.
It genuinely was. And as we'll talk about in the other one, we had a really good weekend for both stadium tours. For the first time since I think the first weekend, we had really good stadium shows consistently for both. So I think that that's very important to mention. With that out of the way, Ewan, I'm going to hand it over to you. Your thoughts on Stadium East so far and how the points are shaking up. Oh. Sorry.
Bro.
Wrong-
You just
Wrong
took me out
button!
for a minute.
Wrong
He
button!
teleported.
But it's been like, it's been very interesting between Bari and Tyler because even if Tyler's doing really bad most shows, he's still keeping up. Like a bad show for Tyler is still enough to be in the lead. And I have to say, the Detroit shows were pretty good overall. Apart from, actually, yeah, I think this has probably been the best 2 shows for them in a while for East. So, good on them.
Yeah. They have had very inconsistent levels of qualities of shows this year, so I think that it's good that finally we have a weekend since I think the first where the shows I thought were actually quite good. I'm going to give a huge shout out to Thomas Frasco donating $10. He said, hey y'all, if you had to bring back only one thing to Monster Jam, what would you bring back? I don't know if I can narrow it down to one thing because I think that there's so many things that right now that Monster Jam I think needs. I think the old school 2-day World Finals format, one night's racing, one night's freestyle, then obviously put skills and high jump and separate them, I think is another thing. I think some trucks should return just for some variety. I think older tracks, like still modern day, but like older tracks would be good because I don't think some of these track designs that we have currently are it. Stadium East, for instance, I don't like that at all. I think that there's room for some new track designs, some really interesting track designs, maybe some older ones. With how good everyone is today, I think that there's room for that. Did you guys want to add on anything to that, or shall we move on to West?
I guess I want to see Alien Invasion return.
Yep. I
My
like.
goat, Alien
Yeah.
Invasion. Thank you.
That's a good
That's
one.
fair. I want to see some older trucks return, like not just Alien Invasion, Bulldozer. That would be a really good merch seller for old school fans.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Though Monster Wars or Monster Truck Wars owns that, so I don't know.
They don't own the merch rights.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So I don't know then, but
But then again, if it expires under Harper, because remember, Rage and Steel expired under what's his name, Eric Steinberg. So
Oh,
if that
did
happens
it?
with Harper,
I didn't even see that. So
we
okay.
didn't even try. But yeah, if it expires under Harper, maybe Monster Jam can get it back. Who knows?
Well, TJ, I'll hand it off to you. If you have any thoughts on that, or more importantly, any thoughts on Stadium Series East so far.
I would say is if you fix the format for World Finals, that will be a lot of majority of everyone's complaints.
Yes.
Just right there. That's probably the biggest I would say. To
Absolutely.
make everyone happy. As far as the East, you just said, yeah, East,
Yeah.
Stadium East series. Tyler, in my opinion, the only reason why these points are anywhere close between Tyler and Bari, besides Bari just doing donuts and skills, and so getting an 8 and 9, is Dalton in Jurassic Attack is actually putting in the work he needs for everyone else and almost beating Tyler every time in racing.
Yeah.
So that's half the points there, especially if Tyler gets taken out early in racing, which as I think happened in Detroit once or twice.
Yeah. I think so.
So yeah, Dalton's just stepping up for everyone. It's been a good show for sure.
I totally agree. I think the independents have truly risen to the ranks this season, as we'll talk about with West. Jim Cola, Zach Garner, even Chris, Dalton, all of these indie drivers, it's not like all of a sudden they've woken up, but they have really started to find their rhythm and show up. You know, had this have been a couple of years ago, indie wins were kind of like you're rooting for the underdog. You're rooting for someone that isn't usually going to win. Now we're starting to see these drivers, they're so much more talented than in other years, and they're really starting to show up. So I really like to see this. Speaking...
Sorry.
No. What were you going to say?
It's also a result of moving a lot of arena drivers to stadiums who've really
True.
proven themselves. Because Dalton,
Yeah.
and Zach, they were in arenas, and now they're where they belong, in stadiums.
I think Dalton and Zach have brought the consistency, but Zach has shown that he is a stadium driver. Every single weekend, I am always impressed by his freestyles. Even if they aren't the most insane freestyles, even if there's no crash, it's so good. The flow is good, the moves are good. Zach just impresses me every weekend, and I think he's super underrated when it comes to freestyle because, you know, he's been in arenas for so long, and we saw him at World Finals, and he had that racing win, and we were like, oh, well, we always knew he was a racer. Now it's like, bro is just kicking ass in everything, so it's so good to see. Speaking of so good to see, points are getting sort of interesting on this. The gap between Tristan and Ryan closes up as Ryan is only 14 points behind Tristan. Bryce in third, Todd still in fourth. We'll talk about Todd in a bit. I think one of our co-hosts has some colorful comments to say. We have Zach Garner in fifth, overtaking Adam Anderson, which is very interesting. And speaking of overtaking, Mike Pagliarulo is now in seventh, as Cole Venan falls down to 8th. Caleb Blood is in 9th, Jamie Garner 10th, Matt Pagliarulo 11th, and Nick Pagliarulo 12th. Now, before we show some highlights, I think it's very interesting that when we were making our predictions earlier in the year, we had a lot of the indies at the lower points in the standings because, you know, we've expected this every other season. Now look at points. The points are completely different to what we had have expected. Maybe Ryan up in second was like, you know, kind of close to what we were saying, but everyone else is just all mixed around, so I could not be happier. Minneapolis, man, these had to have been two of the best shows. We have this one, which is Bryce Kenny. This is from show 2 or 3? Oh, 1.
2.
This 2.
I think.
They had this unbelievable save here. With a save out of nowhere was ridiculous. We have... Oh, is there another one in here? What did I miss?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was it?
I thought there was more.
Oh, wait.
I think also we have the Adam Anderson crash. Which a lot of people were very worried about, especially initially after that crazy roll cage hit. Thankfully, he is okay. But my God. And I would just like to point out, we had so many instances this past weekend where people got shut off for getting this close, just so the camera can see, this close to the dumpster. They would, like, slash the banners and everything was fine, but then get shut off. Your run was called done. And let me tell you, the smile on my face that I had when Adam Anderson did a show 2 freestyle, and every time he got close to a dumpster, he stuck his hand out the window and said, "Hey motherfuckers, I've got control of my truck, don't you dare shut me off." I was like, amen. That was so awesome. I was like, this is great. This is good stuff.
Speaking of Adam, I got his performance right here.
Yeah,
It's
let's. I see.
Hold on, wait, don't play it yet. Don't play it.
I turned it down.
Volume's fine.
It's all good.
All right, thank you.
It's all good. I wouldn't do that to the chat. So this is about 30 seconds left of his freestyle, so he's just hit the backflip, and he's lining up.
This reminded me of Dennis's send at Atlanta 2012.
So true. This was old school Gravedigger right here.
Oh my god.
And then you can just see, like, bro, like, slammed into that mini flip. So that was things we have to talk about. There were shows before that, obviously, that happened, but we're trying to cover this. There were other moments. Ryan Anderson had a crash. He got stuck on the tailgate, which is really cool. Anaheim had a really good showing, so I was very impressed with that. There were just lots of great moments from over the weekend, and yeah, I'm really impressed with this tour and the way that it's turning out. So, Ewan, I'll hand it over to you. Your thoughts on Stadium West and maybe some colorful comments over certain driver.
Overall, Minneapolis, both shows were great. I have to say, aside from one thing we'll get later, but, you know, a lot of moments, a lot of indies showing out, Excalibur getting a freestyle win.
Yes.
And so I think on show 1, and Excalibur, and you should mention show 2, Excalibur had the best, I think the best indie run of the year so far.
Okay. Yeah.
Came from Excalibur at Minneapolis show 2, and he got kind of robbed, but Bryce showed up at the end and he won fair and square, and I was like, yeah, okay, fine. But Minneapolis.
Oh.
What the fuck is Todd LeDuc doing? He fucking sucks. And every time I see Todd LeDuc freestyle, I just get, it's like torture, bro. Like, it's torture. I get PTSD
I'm gonna say this right now.
Freestyle.
I was watching Detroit 2 live, seeing him freestyle. I thought Kevin Crocker was driving. I forgot it was not.
So true. And he, like, I don't know what he does, but he doesn't even do the backflips anymore.
Yeah.
Like, he just avoids them and then does a fucking bicycle and then does a fucking donut. Like, and the slowest donut ever. I don't get it. Please just fire him. My God, I don't want to see him anymore.
Oh.
I don't want to see him in Arlington because he sucks. He just ruins the show. Like, he ruins the show for the 2 minutes he's on screen. And I don't understand why they have him hired still, because he's not trying.
Yeah.
And then the professional judge gives him a 7 for that shit. And I'm just like, how was that a 7? Because he did a fucking bicycle and a moonwalk?
And filled time?
Yeah.
And filled time, like...
That's why.
Yeah,
Reasonable
it's
crash
because they very much critique drivers based on how much time you fill. But I totally agree. When we were looking at Anaheim, because I think some of us watched it, we're like, let's go. Old Todd is back. Ooh, excuse me. He had that show 1 freestyle where he had the 2 twirly saves, and I was like, holy shit, he's actually doing something. And I said, let's hope he brings this back. What does he do? Shits the bed the next day with a fucking nothing burger freestyle. And it's just like, come on, man.
Bro, he does skills in freestyle. That's what he does.
Yeah.
Just like Tristan.
Not like Tristan. Tristan at least gets air.
Yeah.
You know?
True.
Yeah.
And Tristan at least does a wow moment. Todd does nothing.
Yeah. I think we've gotten to the point now where the effort of driving is very minimal from Todd. The effort is placed into the two-wheel stuff, and maybe he just doesn't care anymore. And I think that's sad to say, because we're talking about a former 2-time world champion. But I don't know, man. Maybe his heart's not in it anymore, and I can understand that, but I don't know. I think surely, you know, if you're out there, you've got to at least put in something.
If he's at World Finals, it's either going to be the worst thing ever or the best thing ever.
Well, here's the thing, because many people have speculated or have said rumors that he only tries for the big events, and it's kind of hard to understand that, because when we saw him in Nashville, he, to be honest, if I'm completely honest, the only highlight of that run was the backflip. Everything else he did was nothing. It was just as usual. In LA, he didn't do anything because he rolled over. He had that good send, but he rolled over, so I don't know what he could have done. And in Superstar, that was really the only one where I felt like he was actually kind of like trying, because he had that save at the start, and then I think he had a crash at the end, or maybe another save. I don't really remember, but that was pretty good. But otherwise, I would say, besides that, this tour has been really good. I think that's the only hindrance on this tour, is that Todd just does nothing. Everything else is great. TJ, do you have any thoughts?
To add to all that? Oh,
Yeah.
You're going to put me on the spot to add on to that?
Oh, you know it.
I mean, besides Todd, I know a little bit. I'm pretty good friends with Todd. He's a good guy. Yeah, he does drive around for a little bit, more than we all want. And I know a lot of people hate and critique on doing skills during freestyle, but if you make it look cool, you make it look cool. So
Yeah.
So I mean, Todd. No, Todd does drive around a little too much. I would say he definitely tries for his hometown fans. He definitely tries when he's in the mood and when the truck is taking the beating that he wants.
Yeah.
And you could say it's because he's in Megalodon, he gets a little bit higher score than he really should.
Yeah.
For the normal runs, but we'll have to. I don't know if he'll be in World Finals. I hope if he is, he's gonna definitely try his hardest to put on a good show and definitely not drive around as much as he normally would. This is my feeling, and we'll see how next year goes.
Well, I guess we will. I think he will make it into the World Finals. And call this a hot take or not, I think it would be a crime if he wasn't. I feel like that Todd does deserve to be in the World Finals. But I would obviously hope that he doesn't just be like, oh, let me just drive around for whatever.
Yeah, I will say I'm not complaining about his racing or skills. Right?
No, exactly. Yeah, we're talking about freestyle specifically.
We're talking about freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, in skills, he's great.
Yeah.
In racing, he's always good.
Yeah.
But in freestyle, man,
it's just nothing. No,
I
agree.
Bay, bro.
Yeah.
Every time I see his freestyle, I'm in a torture chamber. My God.
I agree though, because like you're there to see entertainment, and you just say, oh, and it's just like
you just skip a minute forward and then go see the run.
Yeah, that's what I do. I watched Mini 2, and I said, all right, guess who I'm skipping? Done. I haven't missed anything.
Now Tristan got screwed the second day in freestyle, in my opinion. That's just me.
What did he do? I think I actually missed that freestyle.
I don't remember exactly.
You starting to think maybe you're under something. Well, we're gonna move on to the next tour. We have Arena Series Central, and it is getting a little bit interesting, a little bit not. It kind of has stayed the same, but it is still very intriguing. We have Matt Cody still up in first with 535. John Zimmer Jr. In second. We have Fernando Martinez still in fourth. The rest of it hasn't changed. In fact, none of the positions have changed. The only difference is that Zimmer Jr. has gotten a little bit closer. Oh, hang on. Ewan's calling me out.
Actually, Triton was ahead of John Senior.
Oh, last week?
Yeah, last week, but this week John had a really good two events in Little Rock, so he came back.
Fair enough.
So they switched.
Okay, all right. Well, that's oh yeah, because they're only a point behind in this. I just realized.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Fernando closed the points up a little bit.
Yeah, so the top four is closing up quite significantly. Fernando is in second, and Jamie is not far behind from the other two. So I don't have much to add for this tour. I've seen bits and pieces of highlight footage, and I'm really excited to see the rest of this tour. It continues to be probably my favorite arena series so far, purely because of how back and forth it is with everyone. And I'm still torn. I don't know who I want to win this series more. I think Matt Cody deserves to win this. He is such a good Gravedigger driver. I would say he's probably my favorite. He's earned this seat. He earns a spot in the World Finals. I think he deserves one, and I think winning this series is the way to go. At the same time, I'm with everyone else. I want Zimmer Jr. to be the first Indy to win their point series, and I think Zimmer Jr. deserves a shot at the World Finals as well. So I at this point, I would be happy with either driver, whoever wins. We also have a clip here. I haven't seen this.
No, that's for Weston.
Oh, that's for Weston? Oh, I know what that one is. That's the corkscrew. We'll talk about that in a second.
Loading it for later.
So I'm going to hand it over to you guys. Ewan will go over to you next. Your thoughts on Arena Central so far?
I will say I did not have a lot of time to watch Monster Jam this weekend.
Neither.
I was in Abilene.
Oh yeah, you were at a show, weren't you?
Yeah.
How was that?
All the trucks were kind of broken.
It's Triple
No
B. What do you
way.
expect?
That's
Yeah,
unfortunate.
bro. I remember showing up. Paul Strong is driving both Carolina and Quad Chaos. How fun. Double duty.
Cinema.
And USA 1 has a no front drive. It was a fine show for what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't pay that much for it. So I didn't have to get a long drive to go there. So it's whatever. But for Little Rock, I have to say, nothing's really changed. All real competitive. I will say, John Zimmer Sr. is getting really good at the skills.
Yeah.
Like, I remember he does the little like wheelie off the mini flip, right?
Right.
But now he's getting into those like moonwalk combos that he's getting.
Oh,
when
okay.
He's on the down ramp, and I'm just like, yes, do it. I like that. And then yeah, that's all I have to say about Little Rock.
Fair enough. TJ, we'll go over to you. Your thoughts?
Who says you can't teach an old zombie some new tricks?
Yeah.
Just saying. I hope this is an interesting tour for the points. I want to see how far this one goes because I do think Matt Curdy could hold on to it. I also think John Zimmer can take it. Junior can take it. So it's going to be close, and you never know. I mean, JB Sullivan's still sitting there in third, only 34 points behind. Who knows? She could sneak in there and take it too, for all we know. So
Absolutely. She's doing really well this season, actually. I kind of liked her in Dalmatian, but I'm going to be honest, I think I really like her in Sparkle Smash. I think that she's a good fit. I think she drives the truck well. I would say that, honestly, I feel like I think I like her actually, I liked her in Thor. I quite liked her in Thor. If they ever did the Marvel thing and they had to move people around, I'd put her in that, but that's a story for another day. I'd also like to point out, we have a $5 donation from Scarecrow. Thank you so much. He said, at this point, just move Todd to arenas and Ashley Sanford to stadiums. So I don't know about Ashley Sanford, but I do agree. I would put someone else in that spot. Maybe Blake Granger. Maybe Blake can drive Megan stadiums instead. I don't know.
he can stay in Dalmatian.
No, shut up, TJ.
Oh, well, it's funny you mention your favorite driver.
God.
Oh,
Here we
Brandon
go.
Arthur would be
I'm gonna keep bringing this up. I'm just gonna bust your balls every week about this shit, and you're just gonna have to sit here and deal with
it
it.
now before you even get into it.
Yep.
Blake is a great driver. He's gonna win this tour. He is number one.
Yeah.
Let's just see how it works. I think someone paid me $10 to say that. All right, let's go.
Well, we have Arena Series East, right? Yeah, this is... Oh, no. Wait, yes, It is East. I'm sorry. I mixed my tours up. Now, while Blake is quite convincingly dominating this series, I have to say points are getting very interesting. MJ Solorio is now up in second with Tony falling down to third. and Brandon Tolachka, by 1 point, has overtaken Kristen Anderson. Meanwhile, the rest of the standings are exactly the same. Michaela Tolachka, Mark Hall, and Kurt Kramer. Now, I haven't been paying attention to points recently, but I think that it's very interesting to see MJ up in second as Tony overtakes... MJ overtakes Tony. And how about Brandon moving back into 5th? Kristen all the way down in 5th.
Did Kristen blow an engine? What happened?
I don't know. I really don't know. I
don't
think
he did.
I think that the competition on this tour is just insane. Many people thought that Kristen was going to have a masterclass of, she's going to beat Tony, she's going to do 2022. Well, here we are, and she's down in 5th, so I don't know what's happening, but I don't know what's going wrong with the Digger camp, but they're not exactly the best this season, I would say.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think it's really interesting what we've got so far. On that note, I literally have nothing else to say, so I'm going to hand it over to you guys to give any of your thoughts. Or if you want, maybe we'll talk about the other tours and then combine that together. Maybe you can give your thoughts about the other two. Do you want to do that?
I mean,
We don't have... to be honest, I don't think we have much to talk about the other ones. Go down to West. We'll preview
I can
that.
talk about Weston all day.
Well, Arena Tour Western, Shocker, is exactly the same. Although, there is one big thing that I'd like to point out. By 9 points, Cody Saucier has overtaken Devin Winfield. So that is very exciting. Besides that, however, it looks to be exactly the same as the last couple of weeks. And we do have a clip here. This was from... Where were they last? It was Oklahoma, right? Or was it somewhere else? Oh, no, it was Wichita, right?
yeah, Wichita. Yep.
So here is Weston being Weston, the GOAT. I mean, good Lord, Weston.
What more can you say?
Yeah, well, you can't really say much else. So I'm very impressed with the performance of both these drivers so far. Or just both of these tours, to be honest. And I don't think that much else is going to change with this, the point standing. So I'm going to hand it over to you, Ewan, your thoughts on both Arena East and Arena West.
Well, Arena East is, I will say, I think MJ is becoming a really good driver overall because he's becoming really consistent in skills and freestyle. And I would say the thing about Kristen is that the only thing she's really improved on since a few years is she can moonwalk now.
Yeah.
I remember going to an Allentown stream and seeing her run a two-wheel, and she's moonwalking.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, she finally did it. She can moonwalk. And I'm being a hater, though, but I will say she has improved in racing. It's the only competition she's consistently winning on the tour right now is racing, so she has been racing really good. She's in the finals or winning almost every week. So, kudos to her. But it's just that you have to be consistent in every competition. And the king of inconsistency, my GOAT, Tony Oaks, after a great Pittsburgh, he faltered in Allentown. Let me tell you, he did not do that well.
No.
She's just, oh my god.
Poor Tony.
But Arena Weston is winning.
Yes. I'd like to point out, I'm going to pull up points real quick, and then TJ will get your thoughts. By more than 203 points, he is ahead of now Cody Saucier. Good Lord. So I'm locking in this prediction, as I will with other predictions later. Weston Anderson is winning this tour, clinching points by the end of March. That is my prediction. And if I'm wrong, I'm selling my house or something. I don't know. Oh no, I already said I was gonna do that. What else can I sell?
Pygmy.
Actually, yeah, you guys. Okay, this is my prediction. This is my official prediction. If Weston Anderson does not clinch points by the end of March, I will sell my 2012 Hyundai iX35 with a aftermarket screen and air conditioning that does not work. And if you're interested in this, PM me at MonsterTalk.
Bro.
Please take my Hyundai. I need a Honda Civic or something.
Bro, fun fact though, one of the people that I know did a little thing where they did like how many events until people were out of contention, right?
Yeah.
About time
And I
someone
was-
said that.
Yeah, I would say every time. I think everyone on West still has a chance. which is
Okay.
saying something because they have like 20, like they have like 1,000 events left still. So
Yeah.
they're still going.
Mhm.
But the only person who's almost knocked out already is Kevin Crocker. Out of
Really?
total contention is Kevin Crocker already.
Damn.
So the fun fact.
Well, there you
Kevin
go.
Crocker, in 4 events, Kevin Crocker will not be able to win the series from Tyler.
That's unfortunate. I can't believe it. My day is ruined and my mood is severely impacted. TJ, do you have any thoughts on well, you're probably gonna skip Arena East. I'm
I
kidding.
got
You kind of already talked about it, but your thoughts on both tours.
So, the Weston Tour, since they actually have points, and if they only had one more show left, he could have 20 shows. Who cares? Next week he's gonna lock into the. No, I'm not gonna say that. No, I'll already start from over. I'll do my joke. Weston has 203 points over second place, and he's still not locked in the World Finals. I'm cough off. So I don't know. It's better. I don't know.
You don't know.
Can't do it. And all the Blakey's fans, congratulations. He is still in the World Finals.
They have a name
Even
now.
if he doesn't win his East Series. Shocker. This question is, they coin flip to figure out what truck he'll be driving. Is it going to be Megalodon, El Toro Loco, Max D, which I'm not going to do that one, or Monster Mutt Dalmatian? They'll start flipping many coins for that.
I would have to guess Dalmatian, but I'd be happy with Meg. In the same vein,
If
though.
Todd LeDuc doesn't compete, it's gonna be Meg. Please.
It's
Todd's
Todd.
competing.
I don't know why you guys are saying Todd won't be in it. Todd will be in it. Todd
Yeah,
will
we'll
be
see.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if he isn't in it,
I
then it's
would
gotta
be
Meg.
shocked. I would put up another bet, but unfortunately, I don't have much
Well-
else to bet. I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe you can
All
have...
of your merchandise.
Hold on.
Unless-
I do have something to offer. If Todd LeDuc is not in the World Finals, possibly, you can have this foam putty dinosaur thing that my friends gave me. I don't have a use for it, but someone can take it. I'm more, I don't know. I hope I'm wrong, actually. Maybe I should say that he won't be in it so I can get rid of this fucking shit.
Kayla was in it from 10th or 11th
Yeah.
last year, so there's no way he's gonna fall that far.
She's driving
That's true.
Sparkle
Like that.
Smash. She's gonna be in it. It's Sparkle Smash. The
Yeah.
best-
Unless Jamie Sullivan is in it.
Well, Jamie would have to win her tour to be in it.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Kayla's in
No.
stadium.
They'll
She's gonna
have
get
two.
in.
They're gonna have two.
Well, actually, Jamie was in last
maybe.
year's one, so she'll probably be in. And I don't know. Anyway, we have one more tour to talk about, and then we'll get into the news. We do have some banging news this week. The All-Star Championship Series. Mephiles is salivating as Toxic is now up in first with 475.
Yes!
High Tide in second. Haymaker third. Illuminator falls down to fourth, but is only
No.
1 point behind Haymaker, so they're very close. We have Little Miss Dangerous in fifth and Frostbite in last one. Now, I haven't seen much of All-Star since they kind of left Florida, but a great tour as always. Interesting to see that Toxic and High Tide are in contention for this points, and I'm very excited to see the rest of this tour if we see any more highlights on there. They were about I would say a month or two from finishing. No, they finish in April, I believe.
Yeah, they finished like early
They're-
April.
Yeah, they're halfway through right now.
Okay. Well, while
Yeah,
we're
Saturday
here,
is gonna be
any
crazy.
thoughts on All-Star? Ewan, we'll start with you.
I haven't seen any footage because there hasn't been any.
Fair enough.
The only,
I mean,
the
there
only
has been
thing-
some, but
yeah, there has
There's-
been some, but the only thing I've saw from like was it? Did they go last weekend? I think they did, right?
Don't
I don't
ask me
know.
because I don't know.
I should know because I make the
Yeah, I
events
think
the
they did.
website. But they did. The only thing I saw that was a joke post from Elliot Miller. That's all I saw.
classic Elliot Miller.
That's all I saw from that show. So
Fair enough. TJ, if you have any thoughts on All Star?
Well, I am quite shocked because the last time we talked about this, Toxic was 4th.
Yeah.
And he basically almost got what looked to me looks like almost 100 points from last time. So they've had to have done a couple of shows, or we still have not figured out how they can do the points, and we're just scratching our heads wondering what's happening.
Yeah. If I had to guess, it would be what we said for toughest. It's where the skill, the best trick, and freestyle score is added to your total. That's the only way that makes
That would
sense.
make sense.
Mephiles,
Do we
since
get
I know
points?
you love, I forget the team name, Warped Motorsports, and you follow them quite closely on the All-Star Tour. Let's hear your thoughts about Team Toxic.
Pretty happy. Just happy to see that Preston's getting his spot back in the tour after he fell to like what 7th? Or sorry, no, this
7th.
isn't
Huh?
this isn't arena tour. I was thinking of a Monster Jam arena tour.
It's okay.
5th, my
Like,
bad.
yeah.
But yeah, I'm glad to see that the team's back in first place. Hopefully it stays that way till April.
Absolutely.
Especially before their semi-retirement.
Yeah, and then they've got that big do they have the finale in Chattanooga again?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll be fun. I can't wait to
For
see
the
that.
For the viewers who don't know what that show is, it's the same show where John Zimmer Jr. had
Yep.
that extreme send.
Yeah.
So that's going to be fun to watch.
So
though
I
John's not
am
there.
very excited to see that. And speaking of things I'm excited for, it's time for the news. That's right. It's everyone's favorite part of the stream. And boy, oh boy, do we have some good stuff to talk about this week. Starting off with our first thing is from Monster Jam. There is a brand new stadium show in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. On May 17th, Stadium Series East will invade the Acrisure Stadium for the very first time. Now, this is big news, and I hope if someone can pull up a photo of it, I put it in the bonus
get it.
time bit. This is a big stadium. I've never heard of this place before. It's quite big, as you can see here. It's reminds me a lot of Philadelphia, actually. What's that called? Lincoln Financial Field looks a little bit like that.
It is in PA.
True.
Green State. Yep.
This is a big deal for Monster Jam, and I don't really have much else to say other than that I'm excited to see this show, and I hope the track is actually able to have room for a good track, but I can't tell how wide or how not wide it is, so I guess we'll see. But yeah, that is it for that story. And I'm actually going to combine this into another story since they're both related to stadiums. Hot Wheels has announced that there will be their first international stadium show. I don't know if we want to count Paris. I guess kind of was.
I would.
I guess maybe then their first for this year.
first-
San Jose, Costa Rica. This is at the same place that Monster Jam did. I forget the name of the stadium. It's something like
Estadio Nacional de Costa Rica.
thank you. I'm glad you said that. Here is the official post here. So it's going to be from Friday the 25th of April to Sunday the 27th. Wow. Huge news for Hot Wheels. And the question that everyone has is, what are they going to do with the track? Are they going to do dirt? Are they going to do the bit where they don't fill in the infield? What are they going to possibly do with this track? And furthermore, we have, 6 or 7 trucks on that big of a stadium?
Well,
Yeah.
I have to picture this, right?
Yep.
They're doing the square mode again, right? As they
Yeah.
normally do in Costa Rica.
Yeah.
But it's concrete though, right? Hear me out.
Okay.
And and it's just 4 car sets on each end. Perfect Hot Wheels track. That's what they want to do.
Oh, no.
I'm bet. But I don't think they can do it because I don't think they can tear up that field. So they have to put dirt down, probably.
Yeah.
So we're going to see a square Hot Wheels show, and it's going to be glorious. I hope someone goes just to see what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Here, will we see a bus stack?
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
This is not what we
No.
want.
You're
might see
thinking
a
of the
van.
wrong tour, man.
I'm
There is
sorry. I'm trying
no
to be generous.
chance. Well, Ewan, while you're at it, talk a little bit about Pittsburgh and this exciting stadium that we have for Monster Jam.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't they want to go there in 2020?
I would not.
No.
No, I'm not aware.
Then
That wouldn't surprise me because they wanted to go to FedEx Field and they did end up going, and now they haven't gone again. But hey, yeah,
well, that's because FedEx Field sucks. Remember.
true.
It does.
But it's cool. It's where the Steelers play. If I'm not wrong, my
You're
football
100%
knowledge is
correct.
very my football knowledge is very limited because my Cowboys reek, and they will keep reeking for the end of time.
Oh no.
But yeah, it's cool, I guess. Another stadium show to add to. Is it on East?
yes, it is East.
It is East,
Yeah.
and hopefully they don't do the worst track there. You know. That's all I have to say.
I'm not sure we're guaranteed that. I think we might be
I want
cooked.
the step up. Give me the step up. I need
TJ,
to
do you have any
color.
thoughts?
Well, I heard this was in the making, along with Buffalo Bills Stadium was in the making too, and they did not get the Buffalo Bills one, but they still got the Steelers one, so I'm happy. I can't wait to go. I've been waiting for this to be announced for quite since the 2025 started.
Yeah.
So be the first time I ever go to my football team's stadium, so
Ooh.
can't wait to go and have fun. And hopefully the win goes.
Absolutely. Now we have 2 other stories right here, and we're gonna combine these 2 since they're also both related. We have 2 trucks that have been sold off. One has been confirmed. One is sort of the details are very spruce, and I think it'll be announced later. The first one I'm going to talk about since we know more about. Shell Camino has been sold. It is owned by oh man, do you happen to know the new owners, Ewan?
Yeah, it's Angela L. Sofa
Okay.
of Sofa Motorsports.
Yes.
I think they have a ride truck. That's all I
maybe.
know about
Yeah.
them.
The best part, however, is they
Okay.
they did
I'll
a
get it.
poll for the name, and they had some pretty crazy names, and the name that was voted.
Wait, hold on. Don't say the name yet.
Oh, you want to show it? Okay.
Okay. This is the truck now. As you can see, it's nameless.
Yeah.
Alright,
They
Now I'm gonna say the name suggestions. We
okay.
have Retirement Plan, Supersonic Crusher, and El Camino Loco, and last but not least, Elder Abuse. Guess which one won?
Elder abuse.
You are right. It is Elder Abuse.
You know,
What the fuck is this?
it's more crazy that we didn't know 'cause this happened in December, and this I guess this it was sold in December, but we didn't know because it's Shell Camino. Who cares about Shell Camino? But it's Elder Abuse.
Oh, man.
My god! I'm guessing
Good
we already
name.
have aggravated assault, so might as well get Elder Abuse in there.
And disorderly
Retirement
conduct
plan
if you
for
want
me.
to count mega trucks.
Now, I'm gonna be honest. I think retirement plan's very corny, but I actually think that's a quite
It's a great name.
yeah. That's
I love it.
That's half decent. I can. I cannot say the same for elder abuse.
That one's good too. It's funny.
Very funny.
I still think Retiring Plan is a better name, but
Out
still
first
good.
for Monster Jam freestyle.
Angela
It's
Sofa,
elder
elder abuse. God fucking damn it. I love this.
You gotta put what's that song called? Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
Yes, it's the intro. All that.
That is the name of all time, and I hope I see like a graphic on the side of like a grandma being run over or something. Oh Jesus. Now on a more serious note, we do have another truck, if my phone will open, that has been sold. It is Gunslinger. Gunslinger has been reportedly sold. Kathy made a post, as you can see here on Facebook. Now, the owner has not been revealed yet, but there have been some speculation. They also posted a post that mentioned Cody Saucier. Now, Cody Saucier has big ties to the Hartsock family. I'm actually not going to say what those ties are because I'm actually not aware of what those ties are. Correct me if I'm wrong. I believe it has to do with Jeff Sin or something. But I could be wrong about that. I hope someone...
Yeah, I got the Cody post right here.
If someone could correct me on that. But the working theory that people have is they believe that Cody is the new owner due to this post. The real question is, though, where does that leave Cody with him doing Monster Jam? Has he bought the truck to keep it in the family and maybe do displays with it? Is he going indie? We don't even really know what the details of the sale is, and I think with how reserved the Hartsock family obviously have been with this, I don't think we will really know until we hear from the exact owner specifically. And I'm excited to see the future of this truck, and I would like to give a congratulations to the Hartsocks for finding a new owner. And they have been very specific with who they've wanted to give it off to. They wouldn't just pawn it off to anyone. They wanted to give it to someone who respected the name, they respected the legacy of Hartsock and all of that. So I'm very happy to see Gunslinger in a new home, wherever that may be. On that note, I don't think we have any thoughts to give about elder abuse, but do we have any thoughts on the Gunslinger situation? Ewan, we'll go over to you.
I'm just happy that I hope I see it run again. That's it. Like, it was just kind of sitting with the Kathy and her son, and so I just hope that. I mean, did they give off the name too, or
they did. I think.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay, that is very good. I want to see Gunslinger run again.
Yeah.
That is my goal in life now. This is good news. I like that.
I think don't quote me on that, but based on how they because they said carry off the legacy. You can't really do that if you just buy a chassis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do that when the Cattywampus team bought one of the old Gunslinger chassis. So
yeah,
I think it's safe to assume that they gave off the name.
Yeah. TJ, do you have any thoughts on the Gunslinger situation?
Well, hearing what y'all's thoughts on it, I'm glad to see if Cody Saucier is going to be driving it. It's a good fit for him. I always said him driving Dragon was a little bit weird. He has not had too much luck in Dragon, so if he still quotes, stays with Monster Jam and drives that, or someone else drives that and he's involved somehow. That's so awesome and great to hear. Can't wait to see what happens and what they do moving forward.
I think we'll get some updates at some point, and like I said, I'm really excited to see the future of this truck in whatever shape or form that it takes into. I'm excited to see it. We have two more stories. These two we're gonna separate. The first one is Sudden Impact Racing is back, sort of. They made their return in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, for Monster TNT. Both trucks returned, sorry, two of their trucks returned, that being Sudden Impact, which was driven by, and I've got to try and pronounce his last name properly, Rodney Farnstock. I apologize if I mispronounced your last name. And we have Ground Pounder, driven by the original owner, Brandon Lagarde. Now, there's been a lot of different rumors and speculation on what's happening with this. People were saying that the owner of Mississippi Nightmare, Chris Watley, is directly involved in bringing these trucks back into competition. Here is a photo here. This is of Sudden Impact in action. The truck has not changed. It's the same body as before.
Yeah, oh
There's
my
Ground Pounder. And
Getting massive air.
yeah, I mean, wow, they were running these trucks really well at these events.
For
so
trucks that have been sitting around for like 10 years in a
exactly,
garage.
yeah. And yeah, I'm really excited to see if they do any more of these shows, in what aspect they come back. And like we said, these trucks look like they haven't been sitting for as long as they have. So I'm really excited to see the future of these two trucks. I don't believe, correct me if I'm wrong, you might have to check the 2025 events list. They are not scheduled for anything else.
They are not currently.
Not currently, but there is potential that they
changes.
are.
Well, there's a lot of shows in the summer. There's random fairgrounds, so hopefully they show up at one of them. So.
Hopefully. Well, on that note, do you have any thoughts on this team or two of their trucks making a return?
I'm just happy to see Sudden Impact again. You know, it running good. And Ground Pounder. I would say a really good favorite of mine was always Ground Pounder. I always thought it looked sleek.
Yeah.
Even if it didn't run that good all the time. But, yeah, I guess I'm just happy to see Sudden Impact again since, like, what? I don't think I've seen Sudden Impact in video since, what, maybe 20... Like, when was the last time it was on TV?
I don't know. Yeah.
Something like that.
Probably
2009, I think.
2008 or something. I don't know. It has been
I
too
know it was
long.
John Zimmer drove it at Houston 2008,
Yes.
which I think is the last time I saw it,
Yep.
like on video driving. So
I don't know.
yeah,
I might
Let's
have been
go.
on that show.
On that note, TJ, your thoughts on Sudden Impact coming back?
I always loved it, the old bodies. That one, I don't know if I like that one too much for the body wise, but again, Ground Power has always been a good looking body for sure, even if it didn't run any good. I'm glad to see some of let's dust off the trucks and get them back out for a show or two. I love that. It's good to see, and especially, I mean, that was a lot of air for that one for sure for Ground Pounder. So, I mean, if it held up, I'd love to see how it landed.
Yeah, there was a video that we had. It was a YouTube video. I might pull it up later. Also, just before I move on to the last one, correct me if I'm wrong. For identities that they used to run, it was Sudden Impact, Ground Pounder. They had Michigan and Excalibur. Am I missing any? Oh, Shock Therapy. Yeah.
Amsoil, Colt Energy Activator,
Oh,
T-Max.
yes, I remember that.
T-Max.
Yeah.
I would
T-Max.
say
Oh my god.
My personal favorite truck of all time would always be Colt Energy. It
Yes.
looked so good.
That was a
I
cool
need
truck.
it.
So
I think
the question that I was gonna have is because Excalibur and Michigan are with Tomfoolery and Amsoil, I don't think they can bring back any other identities unless they were to try and okay, I thought so.
Because they're all sponsored, so it's only Ground Pounder and Sun Impact, I think.
Okay, maybe they can come up with another one if they ever expand their team. We'll see. However,
I mean,
yeah, no, you go.
I was gonna say the Seesock family's building a Violent Impact, so I guess that counts.
Maybe. I don't know if that's directly tied to the team or not.
I mean, it's not since they don't own Sudden Impact Racing anymore.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hope for a big miracle that they one day do again, but
We'll see.
wishful thinking.
I would just like to see more of these trucks run in general. And our last story for tonight, before we answer some fan questions, and I do have 2 other big announcements as well. I'll get to those in a second. We have Monster Trucks, everyone's favorite tours. The Z Tour is back. And once again, I am going to be completely honest. I don't know a whole lot about this. Ewan, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you know the situation, or can you explain this situation for what has happened with Monster Trucks recently and their upcoming return at... let me see. Gastonia, yeah.
Gastonia. Well, to get a bit of history here, I suppose, I guess I should go back to 2024. Oh.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to do something cool. It didn't work.
It did not work.
Let's try again.
Going back.
Still didn't work.
Still didn't work.
Sorry.
Whatever.
Just go on with it.
We're going back to 2024. Wait, I believe Monster X Tour tried to buy everything from the Z Tour.
Yep.
And they got the dates, and that's why Monster X Tour, the name returned in all those speedways that Z Tour was going to run. But they didn't get the trucks. I believe they wanted to buy the trucks, but they couldn't.
Oh, I thought they did buy the trucks.
No, the trucks are still with Z Tour. That's why they're still going. But I mean, Triple E got all the drivers anyway from Z Tour, basically. But and then we heard nothing since like 2024 at February. They canceled everything, and then suddenly, they're back at Gastonia. Who knows the lineup? I don't know who's driving anything. But they're back now, I guess.
So, I think it'll be very interesting to see. Now, you just said... Sorry, I was checking the YouTube comments to see if anyone had said anything. Did you say that they didn't sell off the trucks?
They did not sell the trucks.
Okay.
As far as I know, the trucks are still with Z-Tour. So they still have, like, the 8 trucks they have?
Something like that, yeah.
Something
Now,
like
they're
that.
only doing single dates, because remember a couple of years ago they had like 3 or so different tours. They're only doing like 1 tour per, or 1 event, or whatever. Okay, cool.
I have no idea, actually.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You're going to burn their reputation into the ground again.
Well, I think they already did at this point.
They already
did, but like...
They kind of did.
You know, it's crazy that they're like the second biggest tour on Facebook. I think that's insane. Even if they botted that, that's crazy that they just are that now. They have the second biggest following.
Yeah, their social following is quite big, but that's all I can say. Very quickly before I hand it off to TJ and then we get into fan questions, I'd like to point out Mike Trapper. Thank you very much for making me insecure again about my haircut. I did in fact get a haircut, and I don't think it looks good, and I'm wearing this hat to hide it, so no one gets to see my awful haircut, and I refuse to show it. So, I don't know, maybe if I get a donation I might, but I'm not showing it.
Now show it for your next bet.
He called it lovely. What do you mean?
Well, he did call it lovely, so I give credit to him. I'm glad that you like it. However, I don't, so I'm insecure about it.
Dang.
TJ, on that note, do you have any thoughts on the return of Monster Trucks?
I have no comment whatsoever. I'm sorry.
No comment. Fair enough. I think that this is an important time to transition to everyone's favorite, the fan questions. Let's hear some great fan questions, and the answer is no, I will not show my haircut unless we get a donation. But before we start getting some fan questions, Ewan, here is my question to you. I think we already talked about this in a WB call. Who are your picks for the men's and women's elimination chamber?
Oh God. Put me on the spot here. Who do I want to win, or who do I expect to win?
Just whoever. Just anyone that comes to mind who you think will.
CM Punk, Io Sky.
Okay. Wait, no, she's not in the chamber.
Shit. I don't know who's in the women's chamber.
Say
Who's in the
Alexa.
women's-
That's Alexa Bliss. That's the correct answer to give.
Correct answer.
That or
no,
Roxanne.
I pick Nia Jax.
Okay. All right.
Nah.
I'm
Perez.
I'm not friends with you anymore. Let's read some questions. We have Tim_NASCAR. I have a question. What do you think is the ugliest monster truck ever run? I would probably
You just saw it.
I think the ugliest truck that's ever run was the Barefoot USA that ran down here. That thing was fucking ugly, and I can't believe that thing. Honorable mention goes to those weird trucks they had in Russia or something that one year. Do you know, like, the weird, like, ones that are, like, 3 miles long or whatever? Do you know what I'm talking about? They have, like, weird names. I don't know. There's, like, a lawnmower truck or something, and it just looks like shit.
I thought that was in Australia.
No, we're not that cracked enough to come up with that.
That's a reloaded question because
No, I heard that was in Australia. All right.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'm not aware.
Maybe there is. Oh god.
Cyberpunk.
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 The Cybertruck, the
The
Truck
Cybertruck
Z
one,
one. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Oh, that was yeah.
That one was bad.
T-Rex and Voodoo Doctor. Shout out.
I'm gonna pick Radical Motion. That thing looked ugly.
Radical
Yeah,
Mercy.
if you-
Was that the Kevin King truck with the spray paint?
It was the Kevin King truck. But
Yeah.
it was the teammate. It looked bad and it ran bad. And then it was sold to Z-Tor, then it was scrapped. And then
Man.
never heard from it again. And then it was like, cool.
It
I
is-
need to hear from it again.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
What are some other questions we have here? Someone said, what indie teams would you like to see revive, such as Time Flies and Wildflower under Throttle Monster, Bad Habit under Uproar, Little Tiger and Blacksmith?
What?
What?
I think he's trying to say, I think he means indie trucks that indie teams would revive. So, like, something like that.
Dragon Slayer.
Ooh,
But the
Well, I
Hummer one.
mean,
that would be a good
Team
one.
Throttle could probably do that.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I hope happens.
And Maniac. I would love to see Maniac under Team Throttle.
Well, we already got a Maniac.
We already got one.
I'm trying to think. What's it? I guess I'd kind of agree with. I can't really think of that many. I think Bad Habit, I'd actually would like to see again, maybe with someone else, and definitely not the Gladiator body, please. I think I'd like to see like a pickup truck again or like a SUV. That would be cool. I don't really have much else.
All I can say is I disagree with Blacksmith under Tomfoolery and the Time Flies and Wildflower under Throttle because they're still owned by what's his name?
Mike Harper?
Kelvin Raymer? Is that his
Oh.
name?
Who are you talking about?
The owner of Time Flies and Wildflower.
Oh yes, Kelvin Raymer. Yeah.
Yeah, they still own the truck. I think Wildflower doesn't exist anymore. But they could revive it.
Yeah, I think they. I don't know what they were doing because Rosalie's.
I think they
done
were
some
doing
stuff.
displays with Time Flies, so who knows?
I thought they were doing displays with Wildflower for. a couple years.
They do displays for Time Flies whenever like the local fair, I think. Because we every year we see a picture of Time Flies. They still exist.
Okay.
Like every year I see a picture of it, but then it doesn't really do anything. It's just there
I don't
Yeah,
mind seeing that.
we don't really
Yeah.
know.
in the parade. You know.
Jello M asked, "What is your favorite truck from the Z Tour?" None. And do you guys have predictions
I got
for Bristol?
one.
Okay, what's your?
Oh, boy.
Actually, I'm gonna change my answer. My favorite truck Z truck is Beach Bum. That's cool. I like that one.
Actually, yeah, that's my favorite too.
I would like Tyrone the Terrible, but specifically when it
Yes.
ran on that like 30-year-old chassis. Where you remember that GIF?
Oh yeah, the
I
gift
like
of where it
that
goes
one.
over
That was
the
the
roller.
funniest thing ever.
That
I
was
want
so
that
funny.
truck back. I will buy that truck. For
Yes.
how much money it is.
Remember
Just
that
this-
was called like Superhero or something?
Yeah, it was another Kevin King creation. man.
That
Of
was
course.
That was
I
my
think so.
favorite.
I don't, or it might have been like a really old truck somewhere. I don't remember.
Jello also asked in a separate question, which I think would be a good, interesting question to answer. What is your guys' favorite Bigfoot? I have 3. I'm sure you could guess 2 of them. Although actually, I think the third one has just escaped me. I'm gonna say my favorite is the Power Wheels. Actually, no, I do have 3. I'm gonna say Power Wheels, the original. I'm gonna say the Chrome Illusion one that I think ran in like from 96 to 98 or something. You know, the blue one with the purple sort of stripe bit on the Ranger body or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I like that one. And the final one, and I'm gonna count this as a technicality, the Wildfoot truck. That was cool. So those are my 3. I can't pick between those.
If I had to, I'll go with 3 as well, cause might as well keep it consistent. Firestone Wilderness.
Okay.
That body. Ugh. Chef's kiss. The Charlie's Angels one.
Ooh,
I believe
okay.
it, but not the F-250. The trophy truck one.
Okay.
And then oh no. And the classic, just the stripe with the on the
Okay.
98 body. I think that truck always looked sleek to me,
Okay.
and I was just like, I want that back so bad.
Yeah.
We're never gonna
Okay.
get it though,
Yeah.
because Hot Wheels said no.
Yeah, I think it's a missed opportunity for them to do, maybe not internationally, but in the States, all the Bigfoots run different bodies. I think that would
Yeah.
be good.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. TJ, do you have any Bigfoot favorites or favorite designs?
Bigfoot 5, and then because the big tires, and then
Yes.
there was one I don't know what it's called. It actually ran a couple years ago. I don't know if it's still right now. It's like a snake.
The snake bite.
Yes, that one.
Okay.
I don't mind that. I like and hate it, but yeah.
You like and hate it. You're not a big
I do.
snakebite fan?
Oh
Okay.
Wait.
Speaking of snake bite, the black and green one. That's number 4 for me.
Have not seen that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that,
one's
that one
good.
looks good.
The black and red one, that was my favorite, as well
Yeah.
as just the classic red.
Yeah.
I think the green was, out of the originals, I'd say it was probably the best. I do like the red one, but I think I feel a little more close towards the green. But I do agree. I do like the black and red, or the black, red, and white, and then the green one they had was good. To be honest, I think we need more snakebite. I think we're missing out. The fact that we don't have snakebite.
Please replace Skelosaurus with snakebite.
They
because in the series that they made, like on YouTube, I think they said Skelosaurus was like old rivals with Bigfoot in the storyline.
Yeah.
Come on, that's such a missed opportunity.
Well, I'm going to assume that Skelosaurus probably sells more merch than whatever. It's the same as Max D. Speaking of, I'm going to take this time to self-promote, and we'll answer a few more questions. I have been getting a couple of questions in regards to the Max D video, and I have some exciting news. I am going to set myself the deadline, and I think I can do this because I don't have much more to do with it. The Max D video will officially be out at most within the next week. So not this weekend, the following weekend is my cutoff. I want to have this video done, out soon. I've been working on it for so long, so I will say that someone made a comment on my mistake. I didn't mean to say that. I think I got mixed up.
Yeah.
Which one did they think you
With
said?
my words, the Max D video will be out in at most a week or two. And I want to have it out. I know you guys have been asking about it for so long. I want to have it out. The other thing that I want to mention is after that, I want to start working on some other documentaries that are smaller. I have so much going on with work at the moment, and that's why this Maxi video has taken so long. And hopefully you guys are excited, because I cannot wait to put this video out. Let's see if there's any other questions, and we'll close it out after that.
I actually wanted to give out one of my favorite Bigfoots.
Yeah?
I'm not going to pick 3 favorites for the sake of time, but I just want to say I have a lot of bias for Bigfoot Summit. That was one of my favorite bodies.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. The white one
Light
that they used
blue,
to have,
just
that
very
was
sweet.
that was cool.
Pretty
I
underrated in my opinion.
I think I didn't used to like that one when I was a kid, but I think as I've grown older, I go, yep, that's the one. If I'm honest, I quite like the Hot Wheels one. I wouldn't say it's my all-time favorite. I wouldn't say that it's in my top 10, but I do like it.
Yeah, when it first came out, I thought it was pretty cool, and now it's just like, oh, okay, I see it all the time.
Duncan,
wish it would change.
you will not get your money. You don't have any money. Go shower. If you're in the Discord, you know. I have been asked about Overboard. My favorite Overboard was the blue one at World Finals. And I guess the... Ooh, sorry. What the hell? The Silverado that they had. Like the original black Silverado that they had that ran in 21. I think that was good. Yeah. I'm not really seeing much else.
I got some news if you want me to say something.
Okay.
I don't know how many people actually know this, or still play Monster Showdown, but Bad News Travels Fast is apparently in it.
Yes.
Oh.
They have released some DLC. And that's it.
But I will say the truck looks really good in the game.
It does.
Yeah.
Credit to them, it does actually look good, yes.
And they got
yeah.
the throwback body. So
But
that's cool.
no one plays Showdown, so...
I mean,
Online. Online, at least.
Jackson, maybe we'll just do, once all the content's out, we'll do like one final showdown stream.
I
was
Be like,
thinking
we're
about
done. We're just done now.
Just do a leak.
Honestly, I'd be down to do like because my birthday's coming up in like a couple of weeks.
You know what,
Maybe
yeah.
we'll do like a birthday stream.
when does Spike Unleashed come out?
I have no idea. Probably after my birthday, I'd imagine.
All right, well, whether it comes out or not, let's just do one final stream on your birthday, and then
Yeah.
we'll call it quits on the game.
That'd be fun, and I'll
Yeah.
get bullied by everyone who just runs straight into me.
We're gonna never after that. We're gonna play exclusively Yu-Gi-Oh on that day. That's what it's gonna be.
1v1's you and Jackson. We're gonna put all their money on the line.
All my
You
money.
started
Yeah,
You
Put
started a
my
leak. That might
week's
work.
wage on it.
I'll do that. I'll put my $50 on that.
Well, my week's wage is a little bit more, so I'm not sure I want to.
I don't want to say my week's wage. 'Cause I make.
We don't have
But
to.
anyway.
I have one. Actually, there's 2 questions here. There is. What is the most annoying monster truck in your opinion? I don't know. Most annoying.
Baby Shark.
That is
No.
that is pretty annoying. I
That's
don't know.
probably
It
my
just
opinion.
have to be like
How-
hated.
Well,
Sort of.
it's not that like a truck can't be annoying because it's not a person.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be the person driving the truck that's annoying.
Yeah.
Oh,
May-
then
well,
Master Damnation.
Screw you!
I feel like you could make a case for if a truck is seen so much, or like maybe then it becomes annoying.
Scooby Doo.
Yeah, I would almost go Meg purely for the fact for Toddler Duke, but I really like
Oh,
Blake
yeah,
driving
but-
it, so I don't know.
He only drove it once this year so far, so
Yeah, and they won a series by driving it once. So
It is what it is.
no.
The other one, which we'll end off on, once again, is from Jello M. I just lost it. Oh, there it is. What is your favorite Anaheim track? Now, I find this interesting. I would make a case for, I'd say the Green 2020. The first one they did, where it was I can't even say it. SoCal style. That was good. I'd say Superstar, I really liked. What else? Probably like an old school one. Maybe Anaheim 2015. The one for FS1, that was pretty good. Any Anaheim track that was like that SoCal, East Rutherford sort of style, that's my go-to. Anything like that. Ewan, you have any picks?
God. What's a funny answer to this?
Not a single one since 2020.
True.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Actually,
Nope, Superstar.
one of
Not even.
not,
Not even.
well,
What?
actually, I'll choose the Anaheim track from 2010 show 2. Well, the one where they had almost like these head-on collisions with each other. Have you seen those like clips of where like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle had to get out of the way so that Iron Man like wouldn't hit him?
Yeah.
Remember
A
that?
little-
And
a
I'll
little
choose
bit.
that track.
That's awesome. I love that
I'll-
track.
I'll choose that track just because I want to see trucks hit each other.
Didn't they
That's all.
also
It's kinda
have
the
like
Vegas style track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and didn't they also have like the giant rocks? There was like massive rock piles and
Yes,
shit
they
like
did.
in the middle
They
of
had
it.
on the sides for some reason. It was just like
It
it was
a
like
pile of rocks.
A pile of
Rock.
rocks.
They wanted to make it easier so they could hit the rock, flip over, and then into the stands and do more damage.
Yeah, there you go.
By the way, Tundra, we actually did talk about Mikey Vaughters returning.
Yes,
I
we
think
did.
Last episode or the episode before that.
Yeah,
Yes.
something like that. TJ, do you have any Anaheim tracks? We'll close off after this.
None since 2020.
Oh, yeah,
Not
okay,
e-
fair enough.
Not even the All Star. I was not.
Didn't like
Not
Superstar?
a big fan of it.
Okay,
Did not like it too
Fair
much.
enough.
That's crazy.
fair enough. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. As I said, we will have Max D out very soon, so make sure to stay tuned to that. On that note, we will be back with another podcast in a week or two. Hopefully I don't get sick again. Thank you all so much for watching. Keep loving Monster Jam, and we'll see you all soon with some more Monster Truck content. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Love Monster Jam. Woo! Now, where is the off screen? There it is. I found it. We're good. See you guys next week.